That's a term,
Oh my God.
right?
Yeah. Hover moms, helicopter moms. It's like the ones who like, okay, so the kids are at the park and like they come off the slide and the mom is instantly running to them with baby wipes. Like, let me clean your hands. Like, first of all, kids build up germs to learn how their body to fight them off. Like, I get it. Clean your hands after you leave the park. But like after every slide ride, I don't think it's necessary.
Okay, let me just tell you, because I observed Tracy again. I'm like, I'm like obsessive with her parenting skills because her kids rock. They're like smart. They're so smart for their age. Jada, you know, how old is she?
2.
She
just turned 2.
talks more than like any 2-year-old, and she knows like really big words. And it's because Tracy talks to her like she's an adult. She doesn't talk to her like a baby.
No, I don't baby them.
When Jada comes up to Tracy and goes, "I have to go to the bathroom," Tracy goes, "Okay, you know where the bathroom is. You know where the toilet is." And like, I always laugh. And like, Jada like looks at her, she processes it, and then she goes,
Yeah,
"Okay,
I do.
yeah." And she went. Sometimes she'll go, you know, "Lala, come with me," and they'll go to the bathroom
what she
together.
Calls Skylar. So for people who don't know, Jada calls Skylar Lala because in Staten Island we say Skyla, so it's Lala. Well, her aunt came up with that, but anyway, it's
So it's like, I'm like blown away by that because with 3 kids, it's hard. But you know that sometimes those parents with 1 kid, they become like obsessive.
and the kid never learns how to do anything.
No,
on their
and that's,
own.
yes. And that's the thing. Like the child gets like developmentally slow because you're holding them back. Like, and I've witnessed Tracy in action. Like these kids can fend for themselves.
Yeah, like when I change like Julian's diaper or something, I'll be like, who's bringing the diaper to the garbage? And the girls will volunteer to pick up a shit diaper from their brother and walk it over to the garbage. And sometimes when they're done with like a banana peel, they'll be like, okay, and hand it to me. And I'm like, no, you know where the garbage is. You have legs. Why did God give you legs if you're not going to use them? Go walk over to the garbage and throw it out. And they do. And because of that, I feel like they act older than they are because they're given more responsibility than normal kids.
And like Julian as a baby is the man. Like I was like, wow, I want a baby like this and I'll do it right now. Like he's so cool. Like the second Tracy walks away, he doesn't burst into tears because Tracy doesn't like, she's the cool mom.
Shut up. You're doing great, honey.
She's just incredible. I mean,
George.
these kids are just, they're self-sufficient. Even at 6 months old, like he knows like not to fuck with Tracy. And like,
yeah, like
he's better because of it. He's so happy. He's chill. He's not, listen, I'm going to use this as an example of my dog Beetlejuice because, you know, you know how people, when they leave and their dogs like panic and their dogs cry by the front door or they like howl or they like destroy shit. It's because there's separation anxiety. And I just feel like that's bad parenting because you shouldn't make your kids feel like that.
No, they need to not be
like,
adults.
okay, so you know,
like
like
they need
you know,
to,
parents that like their kids, if the mom isn't holding the baby, like even if the dad goes to hold it, the baby cries.
I know a family, yes, that's super like
Like that can't be healthy.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like people need to give their kids more space to just like try things and learn things. Like, who is it hurting if a baby picks up a butter knife at a restaurant? Have you ever put a butter knife on your skin? I have cut things more with my pinky toe, like uncut pinky toe, than I have with a butter knife ever. Like, just teach them. Don't rip it out of their hand and be like, oh my God, we don't do that. Instead, be like, no, we're not going to play with knives. Can you please hand me the knife? They'll hand it over. Now, when we go to restaurants, my kids literally collect the knives at the table and give them to me because they know they're not allowed to play with it, but I don't ever yell at them for don't
also,
play with that.
I noticed you explain to your kids a lot. Like instead of just saying no or because I said, all right, we all drop a few because I said so. It's fine.
It's more of like
but you
when they disobey me.
Like you're like, hey, you know, you can't open the window while we're driving because
you're going to fall out.
If you fall out, you will die. And the kid's like, oh, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah, like my kids check to make sure the windows are closed before we get out of the car because I told them if you open a window and mommy doesn't know that it's raining, and then later on your car seat will be soaking wet. So now they always check the windows.
Who talks to a 3-year-old like that? That's incredible. That's such good shit.
Then I don't have to do everything. They're helping me.
Yes.
At 2 and 3 years old, they know to close doors, close the windows, not to, they'll tell me like a big thing in my family. If my kids are wearing white, I always tell them, you know how mommy is about white. You have to eat very carefully because I freaking lose my mind when I just put an outfit on them and then they go and they get chocolate all over it or something. And they're very aware and they're like proud of themselves when they eat clean. And they're like, mommy, look, my shirt's still white. And I'm like, isn't that like something that a good thing for your kids to know? Like to not be like complete slobs when they leave the house and not eat like gavons? Is that not a thing? Like,
It's definitely a thing. And this is why
I just feel like those are little things that affect how a child develops and grows up.
And you've honestly, and I know this because you beat yourself up all the time, like, but you've mastered parenting and in a really short time. Like, I know that you have bad days and sometimes you don't think you're a good mom or you don't hear it enough, but those 3 kids are the examples of why you're an amazing mom and why you're doing a good job. Like, they're sweet, kind, helpful, thoughtful. I mean, they're so affectionate. You know, there's like those kids that like won't even like give you a high five.
Or they look at
those
you
fuckers always make me feel bad. I'm like, high five, and they're just like, ew. Don't forget, guys, new clips air every Thursday. So see you next Thursday.
Hosted on dimlywit.com.
Even though we are not your best examples,
We're the best you've got.
so cheers, bitches.
Cheers. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for updates, and if you like this clip, share it with a friend.